Okay, so you've said yes. The champagne has been poured and there's a beautiful ring on your finger and there's excitement in the air. And then eventually comes the inevitable question. Right, what do we do now? Planning a wedding can feel like stepping into a world with its own rules and a secret language. But don't worry, with a steady hand and a bit of guidance, the first steps can be simple, elegant, and even enjoyable. So, how long before a wedding should you start planning? In short, the earlier the better. Most people in the UK start planning 12 to 18 months ahead, particularly if they're eyeing a popular venue or supplier. But with that said, there's no rule that says it has to take that long. Some weddings are planned in 6 months or less, with no less beauty or success. But if time is on your side, use it. Time gives you choice and it doesn't give you pressure. One of the biggest deciding factors will, of course, be the availability of a venue. So, what should you start with first? Don't start with booking things, but think about your vision. What sort of wedding do you want? Big or small? Formal or relaxed? Grand or intimate? Indoors or outdoors? The answers to these questions will shape every decision to come. From there, focus on the three foundational pieces of planning. Budget. What can you comfortably spend? Build in a little bit of wiggle room. Guest list. Draft a rough list to help with venue size and catering. Date or season. You don't need to settle on a specific date, but having a preferred month or season helps with working out venue availability. Once those are clear, your next step is usually to book a venue. Now that's going to anchor your date and it allows all of your other suppliers to start falling into place. So what order should you plan your wedding in? Here's a refined and realistic order suited to weddings in the UK. Budget and vision, guest list and venue, date, key suppliers, photographers, catering, music, a planner or a host, ceremony details such as legal paperwork, officiant, dress, attire, often booked early because of lead times. Invitations, send them 4 to 6 months ahead. Decor, flowers, styling, details, final timeline on the day, logistics, and throughout it all, pause, reflect, and talk to one another. The best weddings aren't just well planned, they feel personal, considered, and calm. If you begin with clarity and move with purpose, the planning becomes far less overwhelming and far more magical. Now, check out my free video series on how to plan your own wedding for a lot more hints and tips, along with a whole load of resources that will help you to plan your day. As ever, it's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things at the right time.